meditating and pondering on the ways of the world today. Thinking of my people Africa and the state of the continent today. How mothers fed their children today. As granny goes down on her knees every day and prays. How many souls are dying from causes that could be prevented? If we did have leaders who cared for us today. Oh, 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 oh. Zion and Yahweh. Zion away. Zion away. Africa rise, yo. Every 4 years, the politician say he's your servant today. After you vote for them, they metamorphose into your masters. I say, have your say, we'll have our way, yeah. Not no strange, it's cow demon crosses. Meanwhile, souls are dying from causes that could be prevented. If we did have leaders who cared for us today. Oh, oh, oh. Zion and Yahweh. Zion away. Zion away. Africa rise.
We can be great. One turbulence among the politics. Never hypocrite, lava. Never ever quit, just a little bit longer. Victory is near, they're gonna disappear, go under. Leaders them no care, never tend to share. Babylon quit, the shedding of blood. Your heart a go suffer if you show no love. Stay away, consciousness. What the God in nation if for no righteousness? Cause like some the children left.
I pray for the future generation not to give up this fight. I pray for the children of tomorrow not to sell out their birthright. Cause when I look afar, I see the strangers eating of your way. Another form of slavery is coming here again. And that's why people are dying. Causes that could be prevented. Oh yes, we do need some better leadership today. Oh, oh, oh. Zion and Yahweh. Zion away. Yes, Lord. Zion away. Africa rise, yo. Don't be moved. But as the day breaks, One two Radio Culture. Good morning from Texas, USA, Studio One. My name is Kwesi Eson Bako. I'm ably backed by my team in Studio 2, Kumasi and Asin Fosu, Ghana. Welcome to the weekend live stream. Once again, my name is Kwesi Eson Bako. You may call me Jack Beloved if you feel like it. Today is one of those days where we have that big important topic. So we have just one interview for you. But we'll compensate for that with a packed tail end of the show where we bring you arts and culture. On arts and culture, we will be remembering the guitar legend Ebo Taylor. That's on arts and culture with the man called Synergy. We will also be taking lessons on land preparation towards maize farming on agriculture. That's with Rootsman. And that's also at the, in the mid section of the show. We will also bring you the reports from our correspondents, Justice Mafo and Nana Nimo Ajenudia. And if time permits, I will bring you an editorial at the tail end of the show. Stick and stay with us. Radio Culture. But the main interview itself, what are we talking about? So, we will just mention the name and then we'll keep it going, all right? Because there are so many different types of restrictions which are on the... remember, we are broadcasting on, or we're streaming, I should say, on multiple platforms. So we want to respect the rules and regulations of all the multiple platforms that we are operating on. So we will keep it the way it should be, right? Whereby, what am I saying? We're talking about Intampe. For my Ghanaian audience, we're talking about Intampe. For the global audience, we're talking about, I'll mention it once, and as we go forward, we will know what we're talking about. We're talking about cannabis. Ghana is in the news as having legalized it. Has it really been legalized? Has it? I think there's a lot of misinformation out there. Just the other day, I was listening to one of my brethren, I call him, you know, and somebody I listen to a lot. That's a show I listen to him a whole lot. And the information that I got from that platform regarding the status of Intampe in Ghana, no, it's worrying, because what it means is that a lot of us are walking around with the wrong impression about the actual status of that plant. And so we will be talking to PNCO Francis Amoaah, who will be joining us to talk about the actual status of that. That's our main interview for today. Radio Culture. All right, we will be bringing you that in a second. I understand from Newsroom that Mr. Amoaah may be having issues connecting on TV. If push comes to shove, we'll bring you that interview via phone. All right, we will be right back with your show. We'll be right back with your show after this short commercial break. Please don't go away. The interview with PNOC Francis Amoaah of the Narcotic Control Board of Ghana comes right after this commercial break. Stay.
Since 1994, crafting natural products with organic shea butter and red palm oil. All products are available on walmart.com and Shopify, or visit our website at chrismark.com.
Blood of the slain will never be in vain. Never. No. We don't want to see no more people dying. Zayana Yahweh. Whoa. Zayana Yahweh. Whoa. Zayana way. Whoa, Zayana Yahweh. Yo, listen, man. My name is Ja, beloved. You can call me Kwesi back when the occasion calls for it. You are watching iCulture TV. Keep it locked. iCulture TV. Africa. From African perspective. Ghana's best kept culinary secret.
comes with 4 fully air-conditioned bedrooms and a kitchen as one package. Our luxury cars
Sitting here meditating and pondering on the ways of the world today. Thinking of my people Africa and the state of the continent today. How mothers fed their children today. As granny goes down on her knees every day and prays. How many souls are dying from causes that could be prevented? If we did have leaders who cared for us today. Oh, 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 oh. Zion and Yahweh. Zion away. Zion away. Africa rise, yo. Every 4 years, the politician say he's your servant today. And after you vote for them, they metamorphose into your masters. I say, have your say, we'll have our way, yeah. Not strange, it's cow demon crosses. Meanwhile, souls are dying from causes that could be prevented. If we did have leaders who cared for us today. Diana, Yahweh. Diana, way. Diana, way. Africa, rise.
We can be great again. World turbulence upon the politics. Never hypocrite, lava. Never ever quit, just a little bit longer. Victory is near, they're gonna disappear, go under. The leaders, them no care, never tend to share. Babylon quit, the shedding of blood. Your heart that goes suffer if you show no love. Stay away, consciousness. What the cloud the nation if for no righteousness. Just make sure the children live.
I pray for the future generation not to give up this fight. I pray for the children of tomorrow not to sell out their birthright. Cause when I look afar, I see the strangers eating up your food. Another form of slavery is coming here again. And that's why people are dying from causes that could be prevented. Oh yes, we do need some better leadership today. Zayana, Yahweh. Zayana, yes, Zayana, Africa, rise, don't be moving. But as the day breaks, I see my people rising up again. Shaking off all the shackles, I see my people shaking off those chains. The lion with the mane, blood of the slain will never be in vain.
Never.
No. We don't want to see no more people dying from causes
No more
that
unwanted
could be prevented.
No more bloodshed.
Not better leadership today.
I pray.
Zayana, Yahweh. Zayana, Zayana, Africa, rise, yo. What that Erazinya kupone. Erazinya kupone.
Zabby love it,
Sitting here meditating and pondering on the ways of the world today. Thinking of my people Africa and the state of the continent today. How mothers fed their children today. As granny goes down on her knees every day and prays. How many souls are dying from causes that could be prevented? If we did have leaders who cared for us today. Oh, 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 oh. Zion and Yahweh. Zion away. Zion away. Africa rise, yo. Every 4 years, the politician say he's your servant today. And after you vote for them, they metamorphose into your masters. I say, have your say, we'll have our way, yeah. Not no strange, it's cow demon crosses. Meanwhile, souls are dying from causes that could be prevented. If we did have leaders who cared for us today. Oh, oh, oh. Zion and Yahweh. Zion away. Zion away. Africa rise.
We can be great again. World turbulence among the politics. Never hypocrite, lava. Never ever quit, just a little bit longer. Victory is near, they're gonna disappear, go under. The leaders, them no care, never tend to share. Babylon quit, the shedding of blood. Your heart a go suffer if you show no love. Stay away, consciousness. What the cloud the nation if for no righteousness. Just make sure the children live.
I pray for the future generation not to give up this fight. I pray for the children of tomorrow not to sell out their birthright. Cause when I look afar, I see the strangers eating up your food. Another form of slavery is coming here again. And that's why people are dying from causes that could be prevented. Oh yes, we do need some better leadership today. Oh, oh, oh. Zion and Yahweh. Radio, culture. Okay, I have the very unpleasant duty of announcing, of apologizing. It's a very unpleasant thing to do for me when we spend a whole week preparing and advertising to bring our viewers and our listeners a guest concerning a topic, and then the guest does not show up. We have been waiting for Mr. Amoaah for a while now. He was not able to join on the TV. He made us aware of that, according to my producer. So we're trying to reach him via phone, but we have not had any success this whole time. I sincerely apologize to our viewers and our listeners. And we slated just one topic for today, so that puts us in a very awkward position right now. But I promise you, I will bring you a piece on the status of the legalization before we go, even without the guest. We will be talking about that before the end of the show. In the meantime, we're still trying to raise him, by the way, so please don't go away. But we'll be bringing you some of our other shows before, hopefully, we are able to raise Mr. Amoaah. If not, as I said, I will bring you some information on the status, and then hopefully we'll try again if we can get him or another official from the NACOC, the Narcotics Board, the Narcotics Control Board, next week to speak with us. In the meantime, let's go for agriculture. And when we come back, we'll take it from there. Stay.
On this program, I'm going to take you through the various aspects of organic farming, ranging from pest control through fertilization and basic cultural practices at the farm.
Boiling the garlic bulbs. So to start, you take 2 full bulbs of garlic. Pest control on eggplants, what some people call garden egg.
Rootsman, please take it away. Hello?
Radio, culture.
Echo, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, take it away.
All right, thank you, Kwesi. Welcome to your favorite program, Agriculture. As you can see from the earlier advert, you saw Roots Organics is the same program, which has been rechristened Agriculture, with the culture spelled as capital Kulcha. Yeah, once again, welcome. And today, our topic for discussion is maize production. As we all know, this year, due to climate change, our rains started earlier than usual. As I'm talking to you now, the rains have started already. So most farmers have started their cultivation. Most of our farmers do maize as the first crop for the year. So today our focus is going to be on maize production. And with maize production, we all know maize is features so much in diets in a lot of cultures: Africa, Europe, Asia, America. We all use maize to do a lot of things.
Hi,
Welcome to
Roots Organics on iCulture TV. The name, as usual, is Eko Baku.
On this program,
I'm going to take you through the various aspects of organic farming, ranging from pest control through fertilization and basic cultural practices at the farm. Boiling the garlic bulbs. So to start, you take 2 full bulbs of garlic.
Yeah, Kwesi, can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Kwesi?
Please continue. I can hear you. Please go on. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. I was in the middle of presenting and then the advert started playing.
Well, you went off air, so we had to fill in the space, but we're back and we're back now. So
okay, I was still talking. Then I just realized that it started playing that way.
Please go ahead.
No problem. Let me just continue. Yeah, so like I said earlier on, it's a crop that loves a lot of rainfall. In a typical maize growing area, the annual rainfall is supposed to be around 500 to 1,000 millimeters. That is 20 to 40 inches of rainfall per year. We have different varieties, and depending on the area where you are, you might select a particular variety. Things that people consider before selecting a variety are pest resistance, drought resistance. Like they consider all these things before they choose a variety to plant. It's also a plant that loves a lot of sunlight. Typically, maize requires 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day for it to be able to thrive. And when it comes to soil, it typically prefers loamy soil or sandy loam or silt with a bit of loam. It definitely has to have some kind of loam within the soil that you plant, because if you use something like sandy soil or clayey soil, sandy soil, the moisture will drain away easily. And then when it comes to clayey soil, it will just hold the water, and then your crops will start to rot from the base. So it requires typically a loamy soil. When it comes to tillage, that is actually what we do first before we start this planting and all those things, like how to prepare the soil. I think we treated that last week, so I won't delve much into that one. But we'll go to seed selection. I think I just spoke about seed selection, that some of the things that people look out for before selecting their seeds is disease resistance, drought resistance, and it is generally believed that the larger the seed, the better for a uniform growth. Some people do treat their seeds before they plant, probably because they might have birds like crows and stuff like that around who come in to pick your seeds after you've planted them. So some people do treat their seeds with insecticide before they plant. In Ghana, typically we do our planting, some do it in probably 2nd to 3rd week of March onwards. But like I said, due to the effects of climate change, our weather pattern has changed. And as I'm talking to you, the rains have started already. Even yesterday, we had rains. So you just have to, now it's more like a gamble. Just take a leap of faith and plant whilst the rains are here. The typical spacing for maize is between 75 to 100 centimeters apart. I think with 100 centimeters, you space it out a bit more. If you intend to do intercropping, you plant something else within the maize. And typically, if you plant, we also always advise that you plant your maize in rows. If you plant in rows, there are a lot of advantages. The two main advantages are it's easier to weed in a farm that is planted in rows than the one that is planted anyhow, what we used to call unenyi wejenyi during my Ministry of Agri days. Yeah. Generally, if you plant that anyhow, unenyi wejenyi type of planting maize, the likelihood is you won't get more than 5,000 plants per acre. But on the average, if you line up your plants with a proper spacing, you will end up with an average of 17,200 plants per acre. So you can just see the difference. It's a very huge difference. So it's very advisable to do, how they call it, the row planting. And usually the seed density we put, if your seeds are good and you trust your seeds, we normally put 2 seeds per acre. Other places where they don't trust the seeds, my some go as far as 4 seeds per acre. Sorry, 2 seeds per hole, not an acre, I'm sorry. 2 seeds per hole. But if you don't trust your seeds, like I said, some go as far as 4 seeds per hole. In that case too, if they are lucky and all germinate, ultimately there will be too much pressure on the soil around the area to feed all 4. So you have to prune some out. You probably cut 1 or 2 off so that the rest can depend on the nutrients available in that part of the soil. We are now going to look into fertilization. In fertilization, we at agriculture and specifically Roots Organic Farms, we advocate for organic means of doing things. We don't do chemicals either with pesticides, weedicides, or fertilizers. So we advocate for organic solution. And with the organic solution, some of the organic solutions are to use your liquid fertilizer, which you can prepare on farm. We've treated that topic before, but this year we're going to do it again, like as a whole topic once again. But yeah, it's one of the things that you can do. And then probably the easiest one is manure. If you're able to lay hands on manure, you just apply your manure, and that is enough for your plant. Otherwise, if you are those ones who go for the chemical fertilizers, you need to apply what we call NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. And you do that either at planting, when you are planting your seeds, or probably 2 weeks after planting, at a time when they are germinated already. So you apply it at the base, what they call side dressing. And then up to about 6 weeks, from the 6th week onwards, you realize that it's about to tassel. When it's about to tassel, it needs another dose of fertilizer to make it grow and have the desired result. And at that time, we apply sulfate of ammonia. For those who use chemicals, you apply sulfate of ammonia. You don't apply NPK again. You apply sulfate of ammonia. Then those of us who go for the organic alternative, you can repeat your organic liquid fertilizer or your manure, and you are good to go. But those who use chemical, during that stage, pre-tasseling stage, you apply sulfate of ammonia. Okay. Yeah, so basically that is it. After it tassels, the fruits will start to form. You see the maize start to form, and then you, I think about you give it about another 4 or so weeks. You see fully formed maize, and if you go by the practices that we just went through, you are likely to get a good yield. So that ends our discussion on maize production for today. I'll quickly run through it in the local dialect as I usually do because of our local farmers. Minianum ekuafo me mamu ajo na me mamu akwaba edeba roots iCulture TV ye dream dia ye di wo so a ye friend no agriculture and then ye ni say ye kire say the dua ebro na ye din kan aye no potoka sem da ye boboso kakra ye nim say ye maame mu ye papa mu ekuafo mamu nim say the mu dua mu bro da nanso ye no mu be ye pensen kakra bi e da fa ho say the ye din kakra no asa na obedua bro no no maybe house a wo hwe wo ye wasase no adwuma na de wo do so e paso na de bibia awia ade ba ko ehia eye nsuo a ebe ko nti asa na obedua bro na so wo se umpotem na wo no nsuo no eto fine a etumi e sustain ye bro ya kasa na meka no makasa mo ni mo bro dia de danti maka nsuo sempo na yesa na meka because most of the time no ye hwe okokoko nani so obeton so egu ye no ba so ma na ye nti ya ye ni time ye di dua ye efense ye bro no am say the make aka ho ni say min tem titiye no ye dua ye bro na ye kuafo no bebre do mo ye ni say omo mbo line o ka ka mo so line ni de eduma wo ho dodo mi ntumi nkwatrin line so this time no ye nuanom agriculture for Ministry of Agriculture for omo actually a simple kwan wo de edua pegs miensa wo de besa line wo de weni egeji wo beba line no a wo hia so betwa mo bia o ma ye easy but ye ekuafo no bebre no omo pe say omo be ye e friend say omo dua no anyhow ye friend wo na nyi wageni eno no eye ntem na mom no kwa wo me say wo dua no wo na nyi wageni na wenya dodo pa wo any implementum 5,000 plants. Now so to boas na say wodua ne said ye kire say borderline na wenya kra no wobenya empim dunson any ahamienu 17,200 plants per acre. And it's na ye hye ye kwa for new crime say omundua no e friend say lines. Afeso mudua lines na ntem tete no en sifa ko between 75 to 100 centimeters. Which I won't say 75 no 100 no buy 100 no buy. The entire buy say bia why you say obedua baby from they afa the bro no more or so titim no kakra. Most of the time na ya dey say you dua bro no wia e go ni baso kakra na you dua beans friend cowpea na you dua their fame. Wo adwin bia so baby bisa na or so wo titim no kakra wo ko be 100 obi opeso dua bro no nko anfa hwefem no ono betu ya 75 no no dey akọ nti sa na ye na ye ba no evan farm go sem na fertilizer ye sa station we no ye ni je onyame abode ho natural said ye normal nti ye no ye the normal to say liquid fertilizer na ye ni nsuo de ye no we fom ho na ye mfa chemical bi anfa ye eno udi guso a we bro no be fefe na the friend compost no so sebi emo ajanan emwa enkoko de obetumi use nintwie rabbits na de obetumi use o de aye na mom no ye no bi so ha omo neje friends said omo de chemicals de ye me no na omo de aye omo adwuma ntomo no fango a o de be ma we bro no friend no NPK umanga sa omo nim sa de NPK no ye okwan bi no betumi de ama no opa then I would do a bro na uba fencing to grow no to the bro no go back home now the fertilizer no go back home and this I now be jay bro man fifi be 2 weeks the fifi we no na wo the fencing MPK no go ni nchen mo frem side dress wo the go ni nchen do the go ni nchen ya e be man na nyi prom di efi na watching sia 6 week aircon bon say I started so we tribu ka for the hane o say the hane bon say I say insurance bi baso nti edu sa time na also senso man fango no bio na fango a do be man that time enye MPK na kasa bio the what be man ammonia sulfate of ammonia na say be kan man kasa mo do me bro nti man kasa mo ni be amoto mo fertilizer na dey na but me make sure mo time no I was some the man to the man we are afefi ono ebe ni akopon go say dia be bosu echi na afofa mba no aye fe no bro no aye fe nti no ye hye mo nkran say mo be koso maye ejuma no na ma wetie cheche no so na mo fa cheche ni bi so na mo dey aye ejuma no because mo fa cheche mo dey ejuma na ejuma no be koso fe ye na ye ni baji ti me dey be si ha ya me da ma si bebre.
Your roots man, you're the CPE. Now, where now can
Kwesi.
Yeah.
Where me fa we film. I'm say and ran about 4 or 5 days earlier on me kodi.
Before that, to make sure we be quick. Where now open. A bro no a percent.
A percent, yes, a percent.
Also be a professional interpreter.
Yes. Everyone know a percent.
Sandy Kano. Yo, that's it.
Thanks for that. She said that me Kano, me could be who go be ano. No, the be ano neso. Ain't bad. Almost I'm not 850. And me no mo can be as okay, Martin, you know. Me show more time say me discount be bana mabaye but area na me koye no me because this a gogo na no e sawmill asin for sawmill omo kokko wa ko ra ya no maye bebre siso amoton masa ndra na pa nyame ma do ma me sika ready me ko akwaji me bo a me koye so ebo na so obi like obi abeto na me so okay say other ones so me ko round na masa akoko ba ko crate akoko ba ko crate ni so ya talk ngugbo wo na da fe na me ko che me sika makoshe bia ye ya mama but me dwe hu na me say say ngugbo like normally anya dey ye to the say if you ma dwe me say bi say ngugbo ketekete no ye edwuma ngugbo ketekete ni ye edwuma that might be the only reason why because ngugbo e si so me wa na but suddenly a rush for
I'm up for I think it twice. Come on, say Charlie. Free akoko now. Why not? Now uni dia asma okay, dia man aba madwin sisi ani say. Who say nkoko kitten and policies like that in crown. Or more quantify the advantages that. And normal be say crown or more fan can ho. Who say we crap on cry. I'm
a carpenter. A Bay Avenue, I'm a carpenters. Yes, that is one of the benefits.
Yes. Wow. And Kokon Kitty. Now, I know permit me up more than maybe Abraham or her. Now, come with your mom. Now, come up back here and have
a backyard, a Texas, a Kokon Kitty.
Texas, a Kokon Kitty.
Yes.
Okay, Richman. You better CP for an excellent job done. Next week, Namibwa, you better waiting you for another episode of Agriculture. All right. Okay, so that was Agriculture with Rootsman. A bro corn is one of the things we eat most, right? So it's a good lesson whether you are a commercial farmer or whether you want to grow some corn in the backyard for your own consumption. All right, yeah, to show this. So show goes on regardless, and this is one of the disadvantages of having just one topic for the day, right? Because we had booked Mr. Amoaah to come speak with us about the status of the legalization of cannabis and all that, but I think he's in church or something like that from what I'm hearing. So he's not able to join us right now. We will try again and see if we can hold him down for the next week, by which time hopefully he can actually join us on TV. But if not, Krana, at the very least, we will see if we can get another guest to join us to discuss this all-important topic because of the misconception. And Mr. Amoaah, if someone can please pass this on, we need you or anybody from your outfit to come speak to us about this because there's a lot of misconception out there about the status of cannabis in Ghana right now. There is. That 0.3 thing, we need to explain it to the people because the people out there walking around wanting to go buy something to smoke and whatnot, they know nothing about 0. Nothing. You understand what I'm saying? You could cut a champon leaves and rub it together and give it to them. They would walk away. I mean, some of them. But even for those who know about the cannabis and all that like that, if you give them something like that, you put it in their hand, they don't know how much percentage that is. They know nothing. Okay, so if you say that it's legalized to grow for medicinal purposes and whatnot, we need a lot of education on this because for the average Ghanaian, their mind is not on growing for medicinal nothing. I can tell you that for a fact. Mr. Amoaah, Mr. Chumberima, and everybody else. Mr. Seta Champon, the UN expert and all that. Hear me well. I'm speaking to you from people who speak to me all the time and who I'm part of. I'm telling you, most Ghanaians are not too concerned about growing for medicinal purposes. At any rate, if that's all we're going to do, we need to show the country the benefits why all of a sudden we said, okay, we're going to go legalize medicinal marijuana or medicinal cannabis or whatever. Why? How much money is it going to bring us? Whereby we're going to jump into that? These are the questions we want to probe. We are not going to talk on a pedestrian level. We want to probe the questions down, deep down. Because if all we're doing is legalizing medicinal cannabis, who has the money to invest? On what basis do you get a license? Charlie, my start here. No, let's go. In place of, you know what? Let me go for this quick commercial break, right? What's going on here? What's going on? What is Diana, let's go. Diana.
Radio, culture. Radio, culture. Online.
Okay, let's apologize for the technical hiccups and move the show up. In this show, no more say. I remember my boss from TV. He had that term, or more say, Kofi Bokna. God rest his soul. Anyhow, show goes on, and we will be. As I said, I still have something to say about that topic before we move on. We'll be bringing you arts and culture with synergy, where we will be remembering Ebo Taylor. That's coming up very soon. But we, in place of that interview, which did not happen because we don't have the guest, I still have something to say. So please take note of this. Some time ago, I think it was about a year or two ago, I had an interview with a United Nations expert on the topic, right? And at that time, the misconception which was reigning seems to be the same today. Because just the other day, we heard that, oh, Ghana has legalized it, and people are like, running amok, people are jubilating, people are like, even people who should know better are editorializing about, it's been legalized and whatnot. No, we have to know the facts. We have to know the facts, okay? So that innocent people do not get in trouble, and so that we also don't sit back and feel like, oh, we've achieved what we set out to fight for. No, we are nowhere near that goal at all. Let me prove that to you. And this piece that I'm going to play for you is from a couple years ago, but like I said, the status is the same. Here is Seth Achampong, the United Nations expert on the matter. Hear him on this one. Amendments, to what was already being considered, and they probably wanted the decriminalization or the legalization of recreational marijuana, and also marijuana for sacrament, as some may put it, for people who propose to use it for religious uses and stuff like that. It's my understanding that at some point this group were told, okay, we are going to work on industrial hemp cannabis, and then the other one was not really too much of a go area. Is that what the case was?
No. First and foremost, no law in our country legalized marijuana. No law in our country decriminalized marijuana. We attempted to make the conversation a public health conversation as an objective. So part of the objective of the new law is to ensure that we make this a public health concern, because we realize that some people just fall prey to that. Aside that, best practice is showing us that science is so much advanced in the usage of some of the active ingredients in the cannabis. And as I'm sure by now you know that cannabinol is used for palliative care, for pain relief, to help patients in hospitals. Besides that, the trunk or the stem of the plant has a lot of fiber, and so fiber can be derived out of it, and that is for industrial purposes. So our law at Section 43 at the time stated that we were clear in our policy pathway. The line was to do a regulated cannabis market, not to legalize or to allow for recreational cannabis, which strictly at the time was focused on a regulated cannabis market. And so we're clear with international standards that talked about a 0.3% of dry weight basis. Those were the exact words we put in the enactment.
So you heard that for yourself. He said no law in this country has legalized the use of the plant. What they are working on is legalizing it for industrial purposes, where the strength or the concentration of the THC in the plant to be 0.3%. Now remember, according to the one of the NACOC NACOC, they call them, right? Not NACOC anymore, NACOC. According to one of the NACOC directors, the average strength in what people use in Ghana is about 40%, average 40%. So if they're legalizing for 0.3%, not even up to 1%, that means that even if they allowed you to grow that, you couldn't possibly use it for what you want to use it for, right? Let's put that on the side. I'm just saying this so people understand that what you are hearing has been legalized. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. Let's put that on the side. That's an ongoing fight. And I'm hoping to assemble some experts to speak about the status of that, because there are all different types of human rights issues in there. They're all legal issues in there. They're all health-related issues in there. Fundamental issues that have to be addressed. I think that in Ghana, we have been very aloof about the law that criminalizes the plant, right? Because what we have done is basically sit back and accept whatever has been put on the table. We have not been allowed to debate those issues, to look at it from a pragmatic level, from a very informed level, so that we can possibly arrive at that spot where other countries have arrived. That same NACOC director that I heard speaking said that he went to Algeria and saw people using it for medicinal purposes, for all different types of, uses. They researched it and decided that yes, it's good to use for those purposes. But if you are limited to a spot where we cannot even talk about it, we cannot even research it, we cannot even make any overtures about, okay, why don't we tweak this a little bit? This convention was given to us by the United Nations or whatever, or whoever gave us that convention that criminalizes the plant, which is a natural plant created by God. But then, let's think about it pragmatically, so that if there are genuine concerns relating to abuse or misuse or whatever, then we can address those rather than just sit back and be sponges soaking up whatever is thrown at us. I don't think that is how we should behave as a people. And if you want to really get into the nitty-gritty of this discussion, oh gosh, it will take so long, because you know what? Just around the corner from here, I saw I've said this before. I was very interested in that. So I spoke to this young girl. She's about 26 years thereabouts. She's in college. And her job when she comes home for the vacation is to work in the store where she sells these things. So I asked her, do you use it? She said, no. I said, oh, interesting. You know what? It's an industry in itself. Now let's look at it from this way, government. Instead of all that money that this plant generates in the economy, in the system, instead of all that money going to the so-called drug lords or whatever, how about the government structures a way to first regulate it so people are safe from using it in responsible ways, and then also generate income, take the income from the drug lords, put it in the national kitty, and use it to develop the country? How about that? Like I said, I'll bring the experts to talk about it. But industrial cannabis versus recreational cannabis, I can tell you, recreational packs a punch when it comes to income. But again, we don't want to do it irresponsibly, right? I don't want my underage child to walk into a store and be able to buy it just like that. I don't. I want it to be, dealt with like anything else, so that if there are proper regulations, the regulations will apply without it being punitive and retrogressive for the government. I gave the example the other time. A young guy, right, gets into some kind of situation, goes with his friends to go, somewhere, and is caught using it, and then is put away for how many years ever that the Ghanaian law allows people to be put away for. You are depriving the youth of their youth. And after you bring them out, they are carrying a tag which nobody wants, right? And so instead of a productive young person who was on a path to progress, you take them away because they did what? Because they use this plant, when in other places, people are using it, as you yourself admitted. Director of NACOC, one of them, Chumberma is who I'm actually referring to, right? That people use it. Let's have a solid discussion about it so we can also use it responsibly. That's all we ask for. That's all we are asking for. That's all we are asking for. And it's not too much to ask if you ask me. Too many asks in there, but yes, we keep asking. Because guess what? We have to ask the right questions rather than just sit back and be victims to some conventions that we never signed on to. Has the Ghanaian government really asked the people for a true consent to sign that convention on their behalf? Has that been done? I don't know. Excuse me. This is why we needed Mr. Amoaah to come and answer some of these questions for us. But aside of all this, right? For me, let's put all this aside. Let's look at the second phase of the discussion. Here it is. Before we go to the second phase of discussion, let me bring you another video from Seta Champon. 1 second. I'm doing this myself because I don't even want to involve newsroom for the thing to trip. Let me load it from here myself for you. I'm scared that the thing will trip again. Today the thing in some kind of way. But yes, let's watch this video. I'll be back with the second part of the issue.
Radio culture.
Please bear with me. I'm doing this from here rather than, so yes, please bear with me. Okay, now let's go for it. Here it is.
Over and above the 0.3% in dry weight basis. When is a narcotic plant, it's a psychotropic, is a narcotic plant. And so that plant, when you harvest it and it is gone through the processes of drying, the basis for the weight should not go beyond 0.3 grams.
0.3, okay.
That's what we're talking about.
But my thing also is that
now I would, if you may permit me, a reason why we're saying so is that we, by policy, were been running prohibition, and that was the war on drugs. So there is nothing encouraging recreational cannabis. Politically and by policy-wise, we are not encouraging recreational cannabis because it is not a subject that the system would want to encourage. When I talk here about the system, all of us put together as stakeholders, nobody sought to do that. Nobody wanted that. And government who was leading also didn't want that as well.
So you heard that for yourself, right? You heard that for yourself. If anybody wants to know the true status of legalization in Ghana, this is your clip. Seth Achampong is the United Nations expert. He's Ghana's expert at the United Nations on the topic, right, on the subject. And this is coming from him. I wanted to speak with Mr. Amoaah to reinforce that for people to know that two things. And why am I so heavy on this? One, people must not be caught unawares. People do not have to be caught unawares, walking around thinking, oh, it's been legalized. Oh, mate, say I can't radio, so say it's been legalized. So then somebody can get in trouble for that. And me to say I can't radio, so will not be a defense in court. Believe me, I'm not a lawyer, but I know this. Okay, the second part is that we don't want people to take their foot off the gas, thinking that, oh yeah, it's been legalized, let's go back to sleep. Because we have to keep talking about this subject so that we can get some sensible legislation, some sensible policy out of it. As it stands now, I don't think, say, Ghana, we have our heads screwed on when it comes to this topic. And if anybody wants to sit down and debate, let's do it. Because when we do, we will really see the absurdity in the fact that in some other countries, they are using it for medicine, they're using it for all different types of things. And it has not had a negative impact on their society. The number of people who use it did not shoot up when they did that. It did not. What it did was rather divert income from so-called drug lords into the national kitty, into state coffers. So let's have a sensible discussion about this. But like I said, that was the first part. Let's talk about the second part. The second part is this. You heard Seth Achampong talk about 0.3%. Please pardon me, my son is bothering me today. We heard Seth Achampong talking about 0.3% and whatnot. I already said it. To the average person, that means nothing, right? 0.3%. Waiting be that. If you go get something from Nkonya versus something from Alavano, what's the difference? Which is percent what? They don't know the difference. It doesn't matter. But you know why it matters? Because those licenses are not going to be given. Those licenses that we're being told are going to be issued will not be issued to people who want to grow for the local consumer. Nobody, as far as I know, no industry, no factory in Ghana uses cannabis for anything, as far as I'm concerned. Right? So now, when this happens, what I'm seeing is, and again, let's factor this in, how easy is it? And these are the questions I was going to throw to Mr. Amoaah. How easy is it to get a license as a local? Because if we are in Ghana and then there's a resource that we have to benefit from, when gold was struck, we let down our guard, foreign interest took all that. Oil, it's not looking that great anymore. Lithium, just the other day, how many percent, whatever. Whenever any resource is found, the first beneficiary should be the people of Ghana. So now, if you are issuing licenses for people to grow this plant, for industrial purposes are. What is in it for us as Ghanaians? What's in it for us? What I see are multinational companies coming into the country, paying license fees which they can afford, and using Ghana as a factory to grow and export and pay whatever license fees they have to the government. How many locals will have the wherewithal to obtain the licenses, run the farms, run the processing mills and all of that? How many people, how many Ghanaians will benefit off of that? Maybe some high investing Ghanaians may be able to do that. Now, Najman, one of these days I'll call you and then we'll continue that topic that we've been talking about for years. Hemp Ghana, Hempai Ghana, I think they call it, and all that. And that's why I'll invite them to talk about this. But it's a completely different ball game. We're talking about hemp fiber, which is not the 40% you are used to see that in Konya and Aveno. So for those of you who are jubilating, so it's being legalized for us, we're going to get freedom to use it on that. No, there's nothing in there for you. But I have a little piece of good news. Stick with me. I'll give it to you at the end of this piece. There's a little bright spot in the whole equation, and I'll give it to you. But stick with me. For now, there's nothing in that equation for you, the user. Let's come to the farmer. What's in it for the farmer? I was talking to one person, I don't want to mention their name, who is a representative of one of the industrial, interests trying to gain a license in Ghana to grow. And I was asking him, so what's in it for farmers? He says, oh, but the farmers will be employed. Are you kidding me? There's a multi-billion industry which an investor will bring money from somewhere else to come and invest in. And all that's in it for our farmers is that they will be employed as farm hands. I want to drop an expletive. I want to drop an expletive on that. But I'll keep it because after all, it's something that's already passed. But I was very livid with this person. I'm like, are you kidding me? Okay, so now you see the scenario. We legalize the plant. We jubilate over it. We put out editorials praising some entities and the government for having done this. Government has not done jack shit, yes. And by the way, this thing started from the previous government, so don't get me wrong. But even if you get me wrong, it's all right. Because we're not talking politics here. We're talking about our concerns as a people. But government hasn't done nothing that's going to benefit the average Ghanaian as far as this law is, this legalization thing is concerned. There's nothing in there. Nothing. And this is why we need you to come and talk to us, Mr. Chumberima and Mr. Amoah. Or if you are too big for us, give us somebody who is not that big to talk to us about the matter. We need to talk to somebody about this. What's in it for Ghana? How much license fees are these people paying? How easy is it for Ghanaian farmers to gain those licenses to grow? After they grow, the processing, even if Ghanaians get licenses to grow, what I envisage happening is that they will grow only to sell to the bigger interests who can process, because we still don't have the wherewithal to process. Is that the best deal we can get? After people have been jailed for years and years and years, after people have died in jail, after Nurse Richard was shot, he wasn't shot, he was actually beaten to death because he supposedly had a small amount of it in his pocket. After all that, we're going to sell the rights for 0.3% to foreign interests to hire our farm hands, our farmers as farm hands to grow for bigger profits outside. You know how much a bottle of tincture costs? Stick up in, let me show you. Hold on. Okay. I'm not trying to advertise the brand, so I'm not going to show you the details on the bottle, right? But this is a bottle of CBD. Okay, this is a bottle of CBD. You know how much this costs in the stores? You know how much this much CBD costs in the stores? So if we are thinking of building gold refineries, maybe we should also be thinking about investing into males and employing our own, or empowering, better still, our own, to grow it. How about the cannabis board? How about that? Cocoa board, gold board, cannabis board. Better still, ganja board. I'm telling you, government, let's have a sensible discussion about this. Empower a few people, put some money on there, build a mill. Build a mill, state-owned, or at least state has some shares in that, or empower some people to build the mill locally. And then empower the farmers to grow, even if you're going to only work with the 0.3%. Because after these people pay you whatever meager license fee they are going to pay you, just like they do for the royalties with the gold and everything, they'll go out there and make millions and billions out of it. And all we get from it as a nation will be to have some of our farmers employed as farm hands. That's not smart. That's not smart at all. But let me give you the bright side of that legislation. What the good thing is, listen me good, listen very well. Okay, this has been years of work in progress, and it's still work in progress. And we'll keep staying on it to bring you updates, right? Until we feel like, okay, something has actually been achieved. Because right now, nothing has been achieved. Don't jubilate. I don't want to mention my brethren's name. He said, go out and jubilate. Do not go out and do not jubilate. There's nothing to jubilate for. You're being told that the one that you use, you can't have that. They're going to step it down to 0.3% to give licenses for people to grow. Who are the people who are going to grow? Foreign interests. Those are the things we need to probe. But here's the bright spot. The bright spot is that they're working on that part of the law that says that people can be jailed a certain number of time for possession and all that. What it is right now is that they're trying to work on non-custodial punitive measures, which means that when everything is through, when that goes through, I don't know if it's through yet because this interview was a couple of years ago. And like I said, we'll check the updates. But if everything is through, it means that you will not be put in prison for possession anymore. It will still be punitive. It will still be punishable by the law, but you will not be punished by being put in jail. They will consider other forms of punishment for possession. That, if that goes through, may be something to be lukewarmly appreciative of, if you know what I'm saying. If that goes through, then that may be something that we will at least see as progress. That's the only bright spot for me. But once more, until we get Mr. Amoaah or Mr. Chumberima or anybody else to come and talk to us about the details of this, this is where we stand. It's not been legalized. Do not be caught off guard. Okay? Share these videos, send it to people, send it to as many people as you know. Anybody who uses it, or anybody who's related to somebody who uses it, or anybody who doesn't even use it. It's a national debate that we need to have. You heard Sister Champon talking about health. They wanted to approach it from a health, angle. All that is applicable. So let's get the professionals together. But let's not bring people who are coming to the table with emotional nonsense, because there will be a lot of people who come from so-called religious whatever, but they said they smoke it past everybody. How many times haven't we seen pastors using this thing? Let's put that on the side. All I'm saying is let's use science and data and have a sensible discussion about this thing before we throw out another important national asset, another birthright. Too many people have suffered for this thing for us to finally end up with giving licenses to people to go 0. whatever percent. Meanwhile, people will continue being arrested. Nurse Richard will continue being beaten up. Kexpongo will continue having his house raided several times a month. Let's stop that nonsense. My name is Kwesi Esonbak. Before we go, let me repeat that video for you for effect. It has not been legalized. Let's watch this.
Radio, culture. Radio, culture.
Recreational marijuana, and also marijuana for sacrament, as some may put it, for people who propose to use it for religious uses and stuff like that. It's my understanding that at some point this group were told, okay, we are going to work on industrial hemp cannabis, and then the other one was not really too much of a go area. Is that what the case was?
No. First and foremost, no law in our country legalized marijuana. No law in our country decriminalized marijuana. We attempted to make the conversation a public health conversation as an objective. So part of the objective of the new law is to ensure that we make this a public health concern, because we realize that some people just fall prey to that. Aside that, best practice is showing us that science is so much advanced in the usage of some of the active ingredients in the cannabis. And as I'm sure by now you know that cannabinol is used for palliative care, for pain relief, to help patients in hospitals. Besides that, the trunk or the stem of the plant has a lot of fiber, and so fiber can be derived out of it, and that is for industrial purposes. So our law at section 43 at the time stated that we were clear in our policy pathway. The line was to do a regulated cannabis market, not to legalize or to allow for recreational cannabis, which strictly at the time was focused on a regulated cannabis market. And so we're clear with international standards that talked about a 0.3% of dry weight basis. Those were the exact words we put in the enactment.
So if you had any doubts, now you have your answers. Spread the word. Don't let yourself or any loved one be caught off guard. Okay? It has not been legalized. The struggle continues. I'll be back right after this, and we will bring you GH reports. Please don't go away.
Radio, culture. Radio.
In a scale, in enough on earth, my best that one thing I know is iCulture TV is the best. Keep watching. We're bad down to a same boy. A man can do this. Sing to the world.
Radio, culture, online.
All right, and we are back on the show with GH Reports. Coming on for GH Reports, Justice Mafo. Justice. And then
Boss. They say Coco Kiafo na say Obani Abano training the Nyansan Kitokra. Na even to find a second year to and some community feeling Ghana. Now, don't know how more or more share a parliamentary net committee of food and cocoa. Or more the Abbott say, I go that's no, the Apano. There, I'm a cook your food. Na or more can be added Ghana cook. This is then price here. And can 3,500. See who 1,100 and I at TF who got your focus on now. How much they want as a cook will be a media say, that's now what. Bring I can the Wabokabe 10,000 Ghana cities, 100 million. And you know, when I'm Pasadema, a minority, no, Efa Kuku, home, Rashibi, a honorable music, honorable official, upper compared to represent or more Ghana, honest and proper. H. Ghana, ne, Kuku, or any. And boy and face
Radio, culture.
We're expecting that the president was going to give a directive that the finance minister should find money to pay cocoa farmers who have sold their produce to the license buying companies. This morning we were waiting for the press conference at 11 o'clock. It didn't happen. 1 o'clock, it didn't happen. It started somewhere around 2:30 thereabout. Only to hear that the producer price has been slashed by more than 1,000 Ghana cedis. 10 million. From 3,625 to 2,587. This has never, ever happened in the history of this country. Why are we treating cocoa farmers this way? Why? Cocoa farmer has never enjoyed the full benefit of the FOB. Never, ever. Sometimes we even pay them 40%. Cocoa farmer has sacrificed for this country. And in fact, if the cocoa farmers' farm gate price is going to be reduced by almost 30%, then everybody's pay in this country should also be slashed by that margin. Okay. It's the chief executive officer of Cocoa Board. His allowance and salary, is it going to be slashed by the same margin? I am sad. Today is a sad country for everybody. And I think the president should come again.
Also, today is a sad country for everybody.
Nipa in Kenya or Napo Isaac Opoku, member of parliament.
Also, today is the
same margin.
Was it sad country?
I am sad.
He's very sad.
Today is a sad country for everybody.
Today is a sad country.
I think the president should come again.
Addresses issue justice. Pape, next time I won't put you in Kasa with all due respect. First of all, clearly some propaganda. It was clear. Obeja on see at Sissikani so by more than 1,000. Kind of normal about just which 10 million. Because you say sebi ye mama mo ye papa mo na sebi previous or muni nyansa. And it's okay say 10 million no. And no baby more than it. Because 1,000 can it 10 million at the crown wow. And so you can 1,000 chorus for na board so 10 million. Also see 10 million. Who patronize cocoa farmers? Secondly, justice, or say cocoa farmers have never ever enjoyed. Wow, that means cocoa farmers under your government also did not enjoy. Logic. One can say cocoa farmers have never enjoyed it under this government, or say cocoa farmers have never ever enjoyed those benefits. When your government was in power also, cocoa farmers did not enjoy that. If that's the case, then what moral grounds are you standing on to hold this whimsical press conference? I'm just saying. Also, sometimes when people talk, we have to break down what they are saying. You don't just hear them and walk away, or your opposition, so they are doing their job. But what are they telling you? Mr. Cocoa debate now is so nuanced. I don't want to get in there. I don't want to say what I don't know. But I've heard cocoa farmers also say that Albino is doing what they're doing. From my basic understanding of it, no. Meton, you can't say phony. They be a me phony, me ya phone yan ton war, baby amity, ye ton war, no one. And so me ni kwaya me kwa no kwa ton it. Albino bejia. No kwa ton wo no no discan me di abem no swat ni chefa wunda me chi na say ade na o phone no ma ye wi o me da ma ban okoton me call ye no ye dim say phone ke ton no 1,000 and 10 million na ye me kwa kodu no na fe omo mo to ade ni say ade no kwa bibu odwom enti say no ye beto no 80 8 million. And I say 800 and I be there are nuances. And yes, simple matter say, oh, or fire our cotton, won't that make person be chono? Idea coswa, Nipano or Tony Sono, I want to born so the Bama. That's a bank when I say Tomano, 8 million now. On some conco first 2 million in France also, and farm bro. After the government has provided, you can say, spray and other incentives for the farmers to use. When you, your government, did not produce that for the farmers. And to be journalists of the we are. Before say semi producer, you are insulting the intelligence of Ghanaians. And we have to call them out. So the next time when they are coming out, they come to us with more sensible things to say to us. All due respect. But it was
yeah, the only children near the Amanabona Kupimu, Kwame Nkrumah Pumu. Amanabo no Banyanica. I have a to be Triabrosan Patiafia. Labri in Primpria, what one animal said, Suku Nabuni, acquire school Mohona, we are for the school nano, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Mr. Beck, on a central wedding, more actually, dear, I am brand piano. I heard on quite a new true. Say my and second interview.
Radio, culture.
We got a distress call that one of our students had fallen from the second floor of a hostel off campus, precisely around the EBRC area. The students, the colleagues were trying to help move into the university hospital. And fortunately, the KNUST district patrol team met them, so they were supported and moved to the hospital immediately. Unfortunately, the doctors pronounced him dead when they arrived. It's a sad situation. The university management is very sad about it. the whole university community is in shock. And we have actually deployed the counselors to counsel other colleagues who are living in that hostel, including the family and parents of the deceased. Ransford Asomani is a second year agribusiness student. He's believed to have been at the top of the building in the company of a friend who is a former student of the university around 1 a.m. When the unfortunate incident occurred. So our thoughts and prayers are with the parents.
Public relations officer Edema na kano arahosa na nobody Ninkia or say inside akoye bibi to afibia no care US nipa afibia wa no modra no ko be ebia Paris night and you know ombe no na akwa during the Paris night na you need say yes spiritual say yes you need to know the akoye bibi to test a branch na sadia hana brama kwana me mama
CP justice na reference kese pa same way me review baby said na amafobi kase he was there smoking weed or not weed or normal be basa Ghana for sometimes more than sometimes. But I'm happy to say school authorities no about denying say that's not what happened. Story na me who you know. That's what it was about. Say school authorities were denying said there was not anything like that. And we should be smarter as a people. I represent can say. But that's it. Justice. Next week na me wa be sign ehun bio. Yeah, that's it.
Radio, culture, online.
All right. When we come back, we will bring you arts and culture with synergy. Please stay.
Culture.
Let me patch order. See, you send query and you
And you're easy.
If it wasn't for me, marrying your sister.
You're not meeting him, I'm meeting him.
You don't speak a little Spanish at all.
What is this? You want to embarrass me? You are fired!
And you're easy.
Look at the money I spent this week.
Driving you crazy, what's his name?
Hello?
And you're easy.
We got chicken legs.
Think like a child when the thief come around. Think like a child when the thief come around. Big man, what I want? You look so. What I'm here?
Coming soon to this station.
1 week. You have till this week.
Adan na wahia wo fie ha. Na mo mfra me. Mo kwa me ho kwa na.
E ba ne sen na ni passes. O chari sisa ba ko anya bi.
Amen.
Sem huna kwa.
Amen.
On my floor. You need to see.
On my floor. Ya bra bra bra.
Guys! Jesus! I can't eat him.
And I give you the proper show that them. What's it say? I'm not coming from a condition. We are for by now. Get. When is the man to walk?
Can't you? Who can't you? Tiaba. Who Tiaba?
Me wale na cover.
Tiana say, I have currents, computer man. Or some private, Phoebe, our down wing. I had Daniel for dear wool, or thing, beginning some scary see.
Take it easy. It's the Versace suit. Versace. Take it easy.
I go. Wait, amen. I saw you walk when come. I saw you walk when come.
All right, and with that, it's time for arts and culture with the man Synergy. Synergy.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope you have a code.
Namina do Monswe.
Yejim kakra.
Nice one.
P2 calls, so we are online.
Nice one.
All right.
And yet your guest now standing up, which is a very difficult situation to deal with, but and the show still goes on. Arts and culture.
Right. All right. On today, arts and culture, as we did last week, it looks as if our legends are gradually. Omanki Huni saying Omo Baby the level be Amaya take a big inspiration from them, said the assassin you know. Now yet me a moment they will be celebrated worth enough and son of Mofrasasis or Mofrasasis. But unfortunately for us, on the 7th February 2026, Ghana has also lost a legend, a man, one a central figure in the evolution of our life and the Afro beauty music. I was staying in this industry for over 6 decades, and yes, small thing. Now, before I say about the story, I can't certain things about him now. Educational purpose, letting us thinking in the brain of people for them to enjoy the artistic side of him and the cultural side of him, and in all, we will give to the people art and culture. No, let's watch this video. If Newsroom can get me the first video of Ebo Taylor, popularly known as Uncle Ebo.
Radio, culture.
Okay. Internet, and the connection between the Ghana and the and Texas fits near some way. Please give it a couple seconds.
Do you want to go to heaven? Are you ready to go to heaven? This summer was assembled by Asha. Are you ready?
This is the man that
I
we are
don't think
going to
that's
talk
the Taylor,
about.
though. I don't think that's.
Ladies and gentlemen, after this number, we will take a short break. Only know that I'm in love with you. I can see heaven in your eyes. When business comes to a standstill, I get a feeling that's hard to bear. Come on along, come on along. Modern Jawai, Ada you, Mobiara modern Jalo, Mame Kwe, Brahme Chen, and Anove, Mazy come on. Nada you, Mazy come on.
That's Ebutela. Please go on.
Yeah, now the first one we watched was his USA tour in 2022. It was one of his USA tour performance. On the keyboard on your right was his son, Henry Taylor. It was a performance. He was present, but basically during that time he was paralyzed as no stroke in 2018. So since then, he wasn't on his feet for a during performance, but most of the performance, he was in chair, not all your vocals and encore. So the first video, was his USA tour in 2022, performance by him, but not at one more.
I
On the
see.
keyboard, and one by Henry Taylor. I'm sure say or no will be taken from him or no so wait my craft of his father said yeah should be Sisiano. Now let's move into this man and who this man really and actually represents. He's the man or give as the African rhythm of my and the funk and the souls and the jazz are if you see into how life music and the Afrobeat style, I give it back to those more enjoy the Afrobeat and the high life today. Onya, the biggest recognition into the limelight in the 1950s. That was when he was best known for Baby and Killable, but in the real name was Roy Taylor. But Baby, yeah, Ankilebo, Ebo Taylor, Ankilebo, Ebo Taylor. With group now you're from the Stargazers. Or no, and a year most of the performance in the late 1950s. Or moving from there now about to the time I did who said this man a paved way for what we are enjoying today. Now in the 1962, that was when I moved to outside Ekokosia there a Regilda school, Okosia music. And what no the Kokosia Fela Kuti of Nigeria. So history tells it all, say he was the brain and the instrumental man behind the Fela Kuti that the Nigerians cherish and adore. The iconic man, no. He's a superstar and a legend for Nigeria. No. This man, Uncle Ebu, he played the instrumental role in Fela Kuti's life. And Maomu, Ebemaya music, the name in Africa. As we all know, most Africans, you know, the Elimu say, oh, if the person is not from outside, now your man that kind of way, you know. So the first video I share, you know, was the song Heaven. And now, as it stands now, we have big hip hop artists as sample that song on our you know. So Heaven song, you know, baby, as sample, Eddie Aya or more.
Radio culture. Radio culture.
I think we lost synergy. The connection is extremely bad today. I don't know what's going on. Sam George, the connection is terrible today. But I think we have synergy back. Synergy, take it away.
Okay. I think okay. I was talking about the song Heaven, with the instrumentals in the woman they we are a sound, you know. We have a big American artist or more samples our song to do their own song. One is Ludacris. Asha preaching Ludacris. They did sample this song, you know, in 2010. Eddie or Mwankasa Eddie. To talk of other songs on yes. Not a Enyoma. We have Enyoma and also Ring the Alarm. I don't know if people remember that song, Ring the Alarm. And also almost sample from Onwankasan and Enyoma, your friend is Odoni in 2018. Several songs of him are more a sample through Onwankasan and Enyoma because of the instrumental thing now. Woman, how will play the actual instrument representing no kind of this digital way now and then and if you are talking about Ankele Boa, you are not just talking about Obiano music just like that, but he played an influential role giving birth to music and how and young nebo next year and then next year because he was a guitarist, he was a composer, and at the same time was not something a producer. Free outside the bar in Ghana, that is in the 1965. And now, Obestate, another new role in this music industry, and also a play role in the lives of Thomas and CK Man. He and Anna bought their instruments for them and writing songs for these big people that we know in our music industry, you know. And you can tell if you see Pat Thomas today, another man respect her. It tells you that someone play instrument in that. CK Man, someone played the instrument in that, and this is the man that we are talking about. Now, if the other video no one, I just want us to watch that video again. Neon fan story, no, who from San Francisco, my phone.
Which other video? The second video or the one we already played?
Yeah, give me the second video.
Second video, newsroom.
Or the first video rather. Give me the first video rather. Sorry.
The one we already played?
No, the first one, it has a little bit of documentary in that.
Okay, all right. Newsroom,
first one,
please.
yes.
Radio culture. Radio culture. Radio culture. Online.
Okay, let's go for a short commercial break. Why, please? I think the newsroom is having troubles with the connection is terrible. Oh my God. Okay. Please bear with us. We'll be right back. We're having all manner of problems with today's live stream, but please bear with us. What is it? We should be back right now. Please stay on the line.
His nickname was Studio Cat. He was like spending all day, night long in the studio for himself, for others artists, for the two main labels in Ghana, which is Esiebon and Gabophone, the two main record labels at that time. And Ibo was the studio cat for those guys. So he arranged, produced, performed for 90% of the production in Ghana from 1965 to 82, I would say.
There was a time, in 80s, in Ghana, it's like everything was collapsed. There wasn't any studio, all the musicians, they find their way to different places. Because of that, Ghana music is went down a little bit. My dad started composing. That was when he started composing Achara, Buba, Kupana, say, with different dimensions, to meet the standard.
Wow. Wow.
Exactly. You can do the one more time. And it tells the man that Yejimi Hong Komono as a music legend. And if indeed lost someone, I think that this man an American, someone who free the European side. I think by now.
Oh, Charlie, this connection, I am so.
His nickname.
Okay, I think no. The network is seriously not favoring us, but
Yeah,
we'll still
and
keep
then
it going.
Or Morty. But anyhow, me part of Twaso Mami. Okay. We still, I hope Sassinedi will join us back, but we're still on the call, on the case, remembering another icon. Last week we remembered, and we remembered us in, he's still here, we celebrated, I should say, his 95th years on earth for Eja Konimo, a true Ghanaian icon. This week we're celebrating another Ghanaian icon posthumously. May his soul rest in perfect peace. But Synergy is back to continue. Synergy, take it away.
I think the network, you know, for sure, so far, but as to how the network will permit us, you know, it's here for nature for would enjoy the little bit of what we have for them. Now, you just talked about Eja Konimo. Now, Unima Rahosema about Ankilebo and I say Botila de a month after he celebrated his 90th birthday, then again, in that same month, and I say the same week in Walanche ne Ebufi Fest, and also what the free mono. This same year, anymore, they're releasing the latest album, Ebo Taylor, and announce what you would. Now, I don't know. Say na as a son that I say obe free mintino. No, send quite fast na or the BBC one na the legacy ni continue there. I cannot tell. And one shocking thing about him, to me, you know, I think sometimes the old boys, you know, they laugh for what they do, you know. I was saying steady. Obia when you stroke in 2018. Then king in Senke, Yano Phobia, and I said Nephobia. It would have been difficult for them to continue. We never heard anything negative about this man, but he was still doing music. He did music. He was doing music through the vocals. Yes, he was sorry performance, but he was still doing music. So the key is, what were they doing right? 90 years. Let's count it. The new artist for your mobile in the 21st century, I am from 2000s here, but you're from 90s, from 1980s, how many of our musicians na you Lucy Warm? Yes, no more did was say, but your legends no more now, any nedum pempens will be. Let's talk about Eja Konimo. How old is he now? And our legend now, no so film, Uncle 90 good years. They were still doing pure music. They never diverted in any way. Facing this is the digital generation. They were still giving us the pure music that they were known from the start. Like I said, there were big stars. At some point, there were people they've enjoyed him, and it will shock Ghanaians to know, sir. Now the hip hop that we are enjoying, most of the instruments, you know, free, unkillable, a style of music now, the Africans, and in the global stage, you know. He gave us an identity. He gave us something he was known for. And so, and then, free me, what are we going to do to his legacy? It's going to be a bit me at also. Now we know we have the digital space, you know, most of the instruments are played digitally, but one no any Jaco anymore. Said the Anabano confirmed me last year. A drew baby, no, said digital music, you know, instruments, yes, or the firmware. But because said that I don't like it that way. Let's play the original one. So the debate is, can we still say technology about there, but the identity of us now is giving us the pure natural instruments, you know. You bet him they are twin chain. Near a year, we know say Nigerians have taken the Afro beat, you know, and normal friends are money they buy, but the brand behind that is this man, a Taylor. Through Ninsano, any year the fellow could see our more enjoy, you know, in 1962. It tells you who this is. AC Bones band. I started in 1965. I brought free outside the bar after school. And I've nature Thomas NCK man. And more continue almost in your mind. You didn't name these people. It tells you who this man is. On a small man, I was a Ghanaian. You share warm to go like that without celebrating their legacy and giving them something to be remembered for when it comes to art and culture and the creative industry. We'll be also a musician, but the people move everywhere. How are we recognizing those people? So, Ras, if you have any question, I'm here to answer them.
Thank you very much. Charlie, this be some deep research, man. That's some very deep research.
Thank you.
Now, unim say, I'm surprised you kakra. Unim say, Uncle Lebo was a lecturer at the School of University of Science, no, not University of Ghana. Uncle Lebo was a lecturer at the School of Music or School of Performing Arts. So I know him personally. Now, here it is.
Oh, nice.
Some time ago, now I recorded Numbi, you know, and I decided to bring it up a little bit by putting some legends on it and all that. So I spoke with Uncle Lebo, who was going to play guitar on the song for me, right? Unfortunately, the schedule, no, I shame me, Papa, and by now, come a parody me, your man, Uncle Lebo, wire guitar was full. But
or no. Oh.
Yeah. He agreed to do it, actually. He agreed. Arrangements. He was, you know, just in the schedule, no. And I mean, so at the time, the student, I mean, me go school, me lectures, me studio time, I'm a book you dance summer. After I maybe I trained, then I could dance summer. It was a bit too much. So we just gave it up and then we recorded the song without him. But yes, Uncle Lebo, you'll be meeting me personally. I've met with him, I've had an encounter with him at the School of Performing Arts. Great guy, very humble. Usho be or what's our achievement? Thank you. Ubehunu kobe flowery kakra on tisakra. Fantini, Pure Pan, you know, our Nyumbi, my favorite song. For copyright reasons, it's because we're only playing his live stuff, you know, which is fine. But our Nyumbi, the friend Abem Kwine Puka. Funny song, you know, and basically talking about Abem Kwine, you know, that's all he was talking about, Abem Kwine. And one thing is, Oshe, yeah, synergy, who hostel, right?
Yeah, I'm here, Ras.
Good. I was just trying to make sure that your things.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Yes. Now, Oshe, the way I said this the other time. Ghana, there were two types of music industries in Iranian. You were some mainstream now, Sakwa Dia Shatawale, Stoneboy, Huan King Paluta, all these people are banging their heads together now. And there were world music coming from Ghana, right? With artists that some Ghanaians may not even be familiar with. Artists like Wiala. You remember when we spoke about Wiala? Wiala will go somewhere and pack the venue very easily outside of Ghana. Within Ghana, I don't know. Maybe in certain places, maybe with some heavy promotion and stuff like that. And these days, Wiala is kind of creeping into the mainstream kakra, so maybe she will get that kind of recognition. But your artists they play some type of music which Ghanaians we are not even consuming that music, right? Look at Uncle Lebo here now. Look at all these white people jamming to his music. What did I make sure? I watched some another Ghanaian band. I don't know perform it to Mrofubi. I don't say when I say this, then you say that. What kind of kofonaka? What kind of edu baby na omo can. Is some who emphata. Who damage it? And then what people were jamming on when you had Jomusu Kemi. Who damage it? It's all good. What I'm saying is that music is diverse. Yeah, what they call dance. And then what they far dream. And then what they preserve your heritage. Uncle Lebo is a true icon who has preserved the guitar heritage of Ghanaian music. Guitar any Ghanaian instrument by any stretch of the imagination. But you can high life music. You can't talk about high life music without the guitar. The guitar is at the heart of high life music. And Uncle Lebo did a lot to make sure that he was giving us something to be proud of. You know, today as we remember him, I just want his family to know that we really appreciate what he contributed to our arts and culture. And we want to wish them, you know, our heartfelt commiserations. And we will continue listening to his music. We'll continue celebrating him. We will continue remembering Uncle Ebo Taylor. Now, Senator, you also know the real name there, Leroy.
Yeah, Leroy.
I see.
Leroy Taylor. Born on 6 January 1936.
Okobi, 90 years there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
90 years as an artist. Who's an artist? So a lot of them because of all kinds of things. Drugs, drinking, not sleeping enough, always on the road, women, all kinds of things. The artists go on papa. What am I saying? But she just go 95. Uncle Botella 90. I'll say to me, sure, money is no more before. By all means.
Yeah, and Nana make come once say at their age, even though say age and no more DSA, that is the reality. Nature will definitely punish you one day. But the way our more DNA ACT, I say it's different too. I don't know the kind of food. The bitch said they are not last week. Kofi Amponsa air catcher about any father no. Say he doesn't take anything on for alcohol, on take anything. The only thing he takes air coffee. 95 good years. Even though say the Kasani may be a said, but this man, it will hobby send us someone. It be a very difficult for him to answer based on time in our open. But still, no. Music side of him, no. What the young as at 90 years this year, Uncle Bo Edi, he was able to launch a Fest. It tells you, say, what went into that album now, or energy so obey release this year, no. And then go through over the past years, Obia was through Kachino from 2019 ABC. Why now? He was still doing music. Again, and I special about them. And always me can say Ludacris. And then Asha sample Ninyumbi in 2010. That song was released in 1980. Sorry, 1978. That is Heaven. Heaven was released in 1978. Now way back in 2010. Obiabe Fasa Anyom no one Fasa Anyom said that person is from the European side though, but a pure African. No two ways about it. We have no doubting Thomas. We have to say Senkoko free the European side that gave Bianca able to someone above Michael Jackson. Because Michael Jackson is just the pop side of it too. But the person that gave birth to the pop instrument, it's unkillable. And he tells you who this man is called outside and called. Oh yeah. The iconic feature and his crown. So respect to his memory, and we will continue to celebrate people like that and give education about him. The people we have over here. I think it's about time we just have to go back to the drawing board. Young about old timers, Let's start researching about them. Those that are living, young give credit to them. No more works, and you won't bank one. They start to see a common one. They have more to talk about.
That's a challenge, right? That's a challenge because after and then we expect you to be digging out more of our icons, and they don't have to be 90 years. Some of them can be younger, but they're still icons. The other day, we need Lucky Mensah. You had a very beautiful interview. Dig out some of those people. Lucky Mensah leads to cophobia. Like that. But they are key. Just the other day, a drama be Germany or a drama. Now, and all of a sudden, the whole music fraternity, me personally, but all my friends within that fraternity, everybody was like, wake up, Sapadi, wake up. Well, because it was so instrumental. What drumming for almost everybody there is to drum for. Okay, keep up, but I was such a shit because or no better remember history of artists be or no ni what to say or no na ye mother. Or no ni say baby sound no nasa. On the person say.
Yes.
It's a Thomas. Who for me to say CK man, who for me to say AB Cransel. Ni pa omodo mo be ku abotire wo hu. I bet shock you. Ni pa be show mo because Thomas said me ba abotire. Me obebo ba no what say no aka 25 years until America. Thomas said never ball back. Oh, they have a channel. So these people are like, what's it? It's me, dig your money now out. And see what task no. But Rebecca on the side. Why? Very good job done.
Okay.
You promoted 2 of our series on iCulture TV. Because share way quick as an wako. There were 2 series on iCulture TV. One, the first one is called Enye Easy. It was shot in New York and Ghana. On iCulture TV. And you, of course, you can also find it on our okay, so let me put it this way. We are collaborating with a channel called GH Drama Hub. Okay. And the iCulture TV, a show where you find it on YouTube on GH Drama Hub. But here's a trailer for the first one. Now, if you can second one, so as and quick near. Your friend way and is shot in New York and Ghana. Coming on.
And you're easy.
If it wasn't for me, marrying your sister.
You're not meeting him. I'm meeting him.
You don't speak a little Spanish at all.
What is this? You want to embarrass me? You are fired.
And you're easy.
Look at the money I spent this week.
Driving you crazy. What's his name?
Hello?
And you're easy.
We got chicken legs. Thinking like a child when the thief come around. Thinking like a child when the thief come around.
Big man, what one? You look so. What I'm doing?
Coming soon to this station.
1 week. You have till this week.
Okay. So I know and you're easy. Series are on iCulture TV. Second series now. Your friend of Kwada Sufie and also about on iCulture TV. And it will also be on GH Drama Hub. Let's watch this. Okay, newsroom, what's going on? Network, no, terrible, and we will forgive ourselves.
Ada na wasia wo fie ha. Na mo fra me. Mo kwa me ho kwa na.
E ba ne se na ni passes. What are these sisa ba ko anya bi.
Amen.
Sem huna kwa.
Amen.
On my floor. Ni ni masu.
On my floor. Ya bra bra bra.
Guys! Jesus! I'm fighting team! Here at the front. And I'll give you the block. Come on, show that them. What's it say? Mama, come on, finish him. We are for by now. Get. When is the man to walk? Can you? Who can you? Tiaba. Who Tiaba? Me vale na copa. I currents, computer mine. Or some private Phoebe, our down win. I had Daniel for dear woe, or thing, beginning some scary see. Take it easy. The Sachi suit, the Sachi, take it easy.
Okay, Kwada Sufie also coming very soon. Eti, what do you saying?
Oh, it's a nice series of full of drama, and I think these are some of the drama air course a few. So for a series, a bit to me, a Yishan Yamana about for us to know. We you hear movies which is a Kumasi on corn, that kind of waste, and then on my the typical fitinema brabono. So something like that, we are anticipating. There was will be a cop and wash it. If you really, so may say the days of Kumasi Yonkon near the Adnedia, I think this is the right spot also or find your a seat now it's not say now should be because it is going to be nice.
Nah,
Watching the trailer.
when you come you shooty series way.
No, brief me.
2010, I think, 2009, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Achepa. Old, very old series. This was before I left Ghana. Remember, I directed it, right?
Oh, nice.
I directed both of them. But this was shot in 2009. Yes, Achepa, Osha, some few familiar faces. Ochame Kwame did a cameo for us. It wasn't a cameo. He did an appearance for us. Cameo then he said as himself. So or appear in the show as Ochame Kwame. I don't know if any cameo, right? But we're not on your cameo. We're not on your cameo. He came as a character called Mr. Otis. So that's in there. You were quite some familiar faces in there. You was a guy on it like a year when your friend is saying. Shefu was one of the tenants.
Okay.
Shefu was one of the tenants. And you will see him a lot in there in Quadras.
Oh, okay.
Shot long ago, even before YouTube was a thing. I'm telling you, so those days, not YouTube a prominent anchor. By now, all these characters would have been way projected, but anyhow, we are still going to roll it out. And the other one, and Easy, and Easy was shot in, I think, 2014. No, 2013, thereabouts.
Okay.
Yes. International so check a craft, financial crowd, so over 10 years, you see, But yes, all these two are coming on iCulture TV plus more. So spread the word, share the links. You can watch us on iCulture TV itself. That's www.ghNewsNow.com. You scan that QR code over here. Where is it? Right here somewhere. And I say, but you scan that QR code, it takes you straight to iCulture TV, where you can watch our shows. And we'll be coming with daily programming. Every day, there'll be fresh material showing on iCulture TV. If you're not there and you're on social media all day, as some of us are, you can also catch us on either Facebook or YouTube. Same shows will be on both platforms. Thank you very much, Synergy. That's all for today, Abby.
Thank you so much. Now, just say, I think I made mention of some of the tracks Botela, Nani Panmubi, a sample, If you know this guy, I'm a classic man, Jidana. Oh, that guy now. He also sampled Odoni Biara from Botela.
Interesting.
And Vic Mensa, this American Ghanaian rapper, no. Also, Onokrade, a friend as a music influence in this media space now, or a music space now, or woman. And yet, also, we have a Black Eye, or also a sample one of Odoni at the Ring the Alarm. For those who multi, person you Ludacris, dear now, make she don't know, and a sample from a Botela, dear. We have Ghetto concert, our also yes, I'm be from a Botela, and we have Kelly Roland, so a sample a Botela, and you be I said many artists. Nina is due to this man in the Juma Waye. Oh, yeah, I said okay, and you've given me a great task, and I will make sure, say, I'll deliver according to the strength. Near my Ghanaians to enjoy art and culture fully, full of energy. You don't know.
The man with the energy. His name is Synergy. All right. Thank you very much, my brother. I will talk to you soon. And next week, God willing, we'll be back with another very, very educating episode of Arts and Culture. One love. All right. man called Synergy, bringing us some quality news on Ebo Taylor. Okay, before we go, we're wrapping up the show very soon, but before we go, for the first time in a very long time, I'm going to bring you the editorial. And what will I be talking about? We'll find out when we enter the editorial, right? For now, let's go for a short commercial break. When we come back, the editorial will be able.
Culture TV, Africa from an African perspective.
Okay. My name is Kwesi Eson Park, and welcome to the editorial. For this week's consideration, he who is without sin cast the first stone. If you're a Christian, you know this line, I believe. If you're not, it should still make sense to you. He who has no sin cast the first stone. What am I talking about? Just a short while ago, and this is a topic where I have no interest talking about. My only interest, I will state clearly at the end of the editorial. 1 second. Yes. A few days ago, Ghana was awash with news of some Russian guy who came into the country and took advantage of our sisters. Now, the response from Ghanaians is that, oh, these women are cheap, oh, we're cheap, oh, we're cheap. We will address that. There are some issues that we need to address with our sisters, because the way they felt so easily, to what this guy was doing, it's quite alarming. But that's not where my focus is at all. But just so people don't think that I am in tune with that type of behavior, let me clear that, and then I'll come to my main concern regarding this thing. Sisters, so all it takes is come with me. All it takes is come with me, because in some of the videos, all I saw this idiot do was say, come with me. And then our sisters were following this guy who they had met for the first time. Now to come with me, and when it comes to us, we have to go and write big English. Remember when we were going to secondary school and we had to write all these long letters to girls? You remember how people have to hide and practice how they have to con women, pick up lines, whatnot? You remember all that? This idiot's pickup line was, "Come with me." That's all he said to some of the women, and they followed him. So I'm concerned about that. I am concerned about that. And sisters, you meet somebody who's not from the country and they ask you to go somewhere and you so easily follow them when we have news of all kinds of things happening to innocent women. Recently, the Ghana Police Service was engaged in rescuing some women from Nigeria who had fallen victim to sex trafficking and all that. So I am very much concerned about that. And like I'm saying, I'm not going to bury my head in the sand about how easily some of our sisters fell prey to this thing, when I know that the color of the guy's skin had something to do with it, right? If it was some other person, let's say a Ghanaian, to be honest with you, it's not even fair to say that it's the color of the skin. I think it's the foreignness of the person. Because I have seen instances where Ghanaian races were being just like, "Oh, na Ghana Rasta, for you don't respect them." But then you see races come from Jamaica, maybe in a band or something, they're coming to perform, and overnight, girls are going from Legon Hall to go and chase them up. So I don't think it's too much a skin color thing, even though that also has a large part to do with it. But let's look at this thing a little more closely. Here it is. Everybody that is saying the girls were cheap, please take a pen and listen to this. There is no art to figure out the mind's construction on the face. I may have paraphrased that, but you know that, like Shakespeare. You couldn't meet some white person and then just figure out that they are evil. Okay? And then Ghana is a place where, we all day there. People like to, Ghana is very hospitable. People like to make friends, which is why this fool came to take advantage of us like that. But we are a hospitable people, and we don't have to give that up. It is part of our DNA. It's part of our chemistry. It's part of who we are. It's part of our fabric as a nation. So you can't blame people for being hospitable. Now they meet a person. I want everybody listening to me to put themselves in the shoes of these victims. Because first of all, whether you are a man or a woman, and I see that the men are being extremely harsh towards the women when they could have been victims as well. So men, Ghanaian men, who are casting slurs at these women, no, take a look at it like this. If it was a man walking on the street, and then they met some girl who said, "Hey, I like you, come with me," and he went with them, would you have painted them with the same brush strokes? Let's be honest. Let's be brutally honest. Because the fact that they are women, no, or we are vulnerable, but then also because of the sexism that pertains in our system, no, we are hitting them harder than we would have hit ourselves. The only crime that I see here was on the part of this fool who came from Russia to do what he came to do. The women did nothing wrong. Most of them did nothing wrong. And I'm not promoting promiscuity or anything like that. But unless they are married, if you meet somebody, look away from the skin color, whatever, and the person says, "Hey, I like you, come with me." And I'm saying again, Ghana girls, it takes more than that when it comes to us. So that I have a problem with. But all that said, you are in a country like Ghana, you see somebody who comes from abroad, and I'm not saying this is good, please, I want you to just put yourself in the shoes of the victims and then answer the question properly. Say you did Ghana, half, 3/4 of these people chastising this woman. You did Ghana, you meet some Obroni. For the men, you meet some Obroni woman, or for the woman, you meet an Obroni man and says, "Hey, come with me." I am not promoting that. But let's say you decide, say, "Oh, this is an opportunity for me. Maybe I want to make friends from outside of Ghana. Maybe I want to meet people from other places." At that point, remember, there was no talk of sex or anything like that. Now, you dress up, you go to see this person. Of course, as a smart person, you should have that on your mind and be on your guard against that if it comes to that. They went to go see this person, and then the person did what they did, and film them without their consent or knowledge. That's the crime. Oh. They're going to see the person. It's not a crime. Oh, this woman meeting somebody, liking them to the point where the person invites them to come to my house and come and see me, and they go there. It's not a crime. Bad choice at worst. Right? But they decide to go see this person. How many people haven't had one night stands before? Men and women both were chastising these people. If this video hadn't come out, how many of you have not had one night stands before? So these women go there, they don't know this guy. The guy has his own ways of coaxing them into, some amorous engagements and stuff like that. And then we, instead of looking at the thing practically, we are chastising this woman. What wrong did they do? Apart from the moralizing that we are very quick to bring, which we ourselves should be able to hold ourselves to that same standard. If you have had a one-night stand before, you have no right to chastise this woman, because that's the only crime they committed. Meeting a stranger and having a one-night stand. That's the only crime they committed. Having said that, let's turn our attention on this fool. This guy came to Ghana, filmed people without their knowledge. That's a crime. Filmed their nakedness and put it out on open source platforms. That's another crime. So as Ghanaians, let us focus on building a firewall around our society so that whilst we are promoting tourism, whilst we are promoting culture, whilst we are promoting whatever else, people would not see us as an easy, low-hanging fruit where they can bring foolishness like that too. You will not go to a place like Saudi Arabia and try to go and do these things for obvious reasons. I'm not saying we should be Saudi Arabia, but can we build some type of firewall when somebody thinks about going somewhere to go and do foolishness like that, Ghana is not on their mind? That's where we should be focusing, not blaming our innocent sisters who thought they had a friend who ended up in a one-night stand, and before we realized they're all over the internet, they achieved their what they are what. I don't share that mindset that our women are cheap. I have my issues with how easily they fell prey. But that can be explained. That can be explained because they did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong if you take out the moral question. All they did was had a one-night stand which went wrong. And that idiot had no right to either record them or put them out. And that's where we should be focusing. Getting this idiot to justice and using him as an example to show any other person who would like to come to Ghana with that mindset that, no, we're not open for business for that kind of nonsense. And let's protect our women. They may have erred. So what? Haven't you erred? Like I'm saying, if you have never had a one-night stand, then maybe you have the right. Maybe. But if you have had a one-night stand before, if you had met a total stranger that you never knew before and liked them and decided to say, hey, come see me, and they have come to see you and you have had Bolingo, where else would they have erred? We'll leave it there for today. Thank you very much for doing the listening. Today's show has been very jerky. I am not very happy at all at how today's show went. It's all type of ways due to the internet connection and mostly due to the fact that our main guest failed to show up. That's not a good thing at all. But we'll try and get him back next week. And like I said, even without him, I can confidently tell you that the herb has not been legalized in Ghana. Don't be fooled. Don't go out there and try to do anything stupid because we are still under prohibition. And my system is still frozen. But once it comes back, I don't know what, man. My systems are freezing. Everything is all over the place. Oh my God. Well, my name is Kwesi Sonbako. I come in peace. I never come to please. I'm out for today. Thank you for joining us for today. And we promise next week is going to be a much better show. That is a promise from me. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day and bye for now. I'm out.